go, go, go! Hey Marcus, time to put your game away. It's about time for dinner, okay?
Oh, come on, just 5 more minutes.
Come on, Marcus, you gotta turn it off now, okay? If you don't do it now, I'm gonna have to come over there and unplug it for you.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna unplug it now.
No, don't unplug it. Oh, Dad. Oh, silly Dad. You think that I need this to play my games? I'll just use my mind. Oh, hey. Aha! Science. Now, you know Elon Musk, the guy behind Tesla and SpaceX. He owns another company called Neuralink. And what they are trying to do is create an interface system between biological brains and computers. And they have just released this amazing video of a monkey playing video games with its mind using the Neuralink technology that they have been developing. Now, the best way to understand what's going on is probably just to watch the original video. There's a link to that. But I've also taken some clips and highlights of the video that we can talk about to discuss what is going on with this technology.
This is Pager. He's a 9-year-old macaque who had a Neuralink placed in each side of his brain. He's learned to interact with a computer for a tasty banana smoothie delivered through a straw.
Hold up. Video game banana smoothie delivery system? That's what I need.
Links record from more than 2,000 electrodes implanted in the regions of Pager's motor cortex that coordinate hand and arm movements. By recording from many neurons and feeding their activity into a decoder algorithm, we are able to predict Pager's intended hand movements in real time. First, we calibrate the decoder by recording neural activity as Pager uses the joystick to move a cursor to targets presented on the screen. After only a few minutes of calibration, we can use the output from the decoder to move the cursor instead of the joystick. Pager still moves the joystick out of habit, but as you can see, it's unplugged. He's controlling the cursor entirely with decoded neural activity. One of the things the Neuralinks allow Pager to do is to play his favourite video game, Pong.
Psst, Pager, just between you and me, there's a lot better games out there than Pong. I recommend checking out Mario or Legend of Zelda. I mean, heck, even Tetris. Seriously, expand your horizons.
To control his paddle, on the right side of the screen, Pager simply thinks about moving his hand up or down. We've removed the joystick altogether. It's not magic.
But this is...
The reason Neuralink works is because it's recording and decoding electrical signals from the brain. Great game, Pager. And what better reward for a monkey than a banana?
Continuing monkey stereotypes, I see. Oh, hold on. Got a call. Yeah, hello. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, it's my orders from McDonald's. Yeah, mega size everything and drown it all in ketchup and barbecue sauce. Great, thanks. Yeah, stereotypes. Not healthy, man. So let's recap here. You got a monkey. And what they did is they put the Neuralink transmitters in its brain. Now, what do these transmitters, they look like? They look like a disc with a bunch of threads coming off of them. And the threads, they contain electrodes. And so those threads with electrodes are very, very small, very, very fine, and they're inserted inside of the brain. And that's what's reading the electrical signaling of the brain. And then it gets transmitted to the disc, which contains the battery and the components to transmit the information via Bluetooth. And so as the monkey is playing the video game with the controller, it's calibrating those brain signals that correspond to the monkey's desired motion. And after a few minutes of calibration, the computer is able to recognize those neurological signals that correspond to the monkey's desired motion, so it can take away the controller and just knows what the monkey is thinking in order to move the video game. Now, this technology is all based on machine learning. Technology isn't picking apart individual electrodes and saying, oh, this electrode firing corresponds to this. Rather, it's recognizing bigger, larger scale patterns. And then it can decode those patterns into desired movement. Now, the goal for these transmitters is to make it a fairly simple surgery to implant them. They're related to something like LASIK, where it's a highly automated procedure that's going to be low cost. You know, a simple procedure like drilling a hole in your skull and inserting electrodes into your brain and then flushing the transmitter level with your skull. You know, simple. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, simple is not brain surgery. Simple is reading the instructions off of your top ramen packet. And even then, I have to read the instructions like 3 times to make sure that I'm boiling the right amount of water. I don't want no soggy ramen. Yeah. Boil 2 cups of water. Okay, gotta get my cup measure, gotta measure and make sure that my cup is calibrated correctly. Here you go. Now, I know what you're thinking. Technology that allows a monkey to play video games with its mind, that's the coolest thing ever. I mean, why wouldn't you make that? But the people at Neuralink, they actually have bigger plans in mind. They want to use this technology to help people who are paralyzed in order to be able to use technology so that they can text on their phones simply using their mind. And then move up so that people who are paralyzed can be able to use their limbs by connecting their brains to a computer interface that allows them to move. And think about it like this. The brain is an organ that uses electrical and chemical signals to control your body. And when we take in medicine or drugs, those are simply chemicals that affect those electrical and chemical signals. Well, so if we could go in and reproduce artificially those same chemical and electrical signals via this technology, we can treat mental illnesses simply through electrical impulses. We could alter their brains. I think it's time for another serotonin hit. I mean, now we're talking about some kind of scary Black Mirror crap, altering brains and things, but the technology is real and hypothetically possible, as shown here by this monkey playing Pong while slurping smoothie. And of course, there's even bigger goals past that. Being able to digitally read consciousnesses, being able to create artificial brains, being able to upload someone's consciousness into a cloud. I mean, we're talking like freaky sci-fi Black Mirror crap. I mean, we're talking some extremely cool but potentially super scary stuff. Now, there's a lot of challenges ahead. There's a lot to be done to connect a brain to a computer. It's a challenge. I mean, even just really basic things can cause huge problems. Like, you know, like when your laptop is like thinking about something and it heats up hot. Imagine having that heating up in your brain. Starts to cook things. And I don't want to have cooked brain, man. I know what cooked brain looks like from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and that's not something I want to even get close to. Or the fact that the brain is alive, it's an organ, it changes, and so when something that you put in artificially, A, how do you do that for everybody at a semi-automatic process? And then B, what happens if the brain scars? What if it changes? The brain pulsates. How do you account for all of that? This changing biological component with this stagnant piece of metal that you inserted inside of your brain. That's a big thing. And what about corrosion? What if those threads, they wear out and they start to give you false signals? They start to interact with your brain in a way you wouldn't want. Regardless, despite all the kind of scary sci-fi, end-of-the-world, digital conscious, brain-altering stuff and all the challenges, I think that this technology is pretty exciting, pretty revolutionary, and pretty cool. And we're going to have to be very careful about how we go about doing this, how we get this technology, and some of the ethical implications of it. But I think that this is a really exciting thing. So this is definitely a project that I'll be keeping my eyes out on too. And well, until next time, ciao.